And now it's time to conduct a very short interview here. Of course, there are about 400,000 smart homes in the country, with that number expected to double in about 3 years or so, with households installing smart locks like this one. This is a smart padlock where you can open it using your thumb, like this, just the way you access your phone. And of course, they also install CCTV cameras, voice assistants, and connected alarms to enhance safety and security in your home. So how safe is your home? And to explain that, I have Robert Manyala, who is the director of Robisearch Limited. Robert, explain to us how this works. How does this work, using thumb to open a padlock at my home?
Thank you so much.
How does it work?
Thank you so much. I'm Robert Manyala from Robisearch Limited, where we make sure that you are secure. Yes. Now, this is a new technology that we have done currently. So what we have realized, in many homes, you must have maybe a padlock or some key that now people could easily use. They can make copies, and tomorrow things could happen. So with this kind of technology, it's a padlock that is embedded with your biometrics. You can now register all the family members. So when you are away, maybe you have a student or a child who has gone to school, they can just come, put the fingerprint, and it will open.
I bet that will be it will be destroyed by those robbers and criminals. Now,
the technology that has been used here is the same material that I can say is being used to make this kind of instrument that are being used to carry money from one place to the other, the safe box. So it is not easy to destroy this because of the material that has been used.
What material has been used there?
There are various kinds of material that they have used, and through that, it is not easy to destroy this. But the good news is that it can be used by anybody, anywhere. Currently, sometimes when you are in maybe a gated community, most of the time maybe you have to maybe ring a bell or call somebody. But with this, you can just put your fingerprint. You don't have to disturb people who already slept because you came late. You just use your fingerprint to open your door. If it is a business, you can use the same. Maybe you have several employees. Then there's a way we connect this to your phone so that you can be able to know who opened the door at what time, and you can look at it remotely. Maybe sometimes you're in a place where you have so many employees, but now the key cannot be given to everybody else. So you can register them using this.
How is it connected? Wi-Fi?
Yes, through Wi-Fi and an app.
That can be hacked?
That cannot be hacked. Yes.
It cannot be hacked?
Indeed, it has been tested. However, the more they try, the more also we try to make sure that it's much smarter. However, we continue to bring various types of this kind of padlock. Every now and then, we try to make sure that we are smarter on the same.
Is it to be charged? Does it use power?
Now, it uses power or battery, but you can charge it and it can go for even 1 week, 2 weeks before you charge it again.
What happens when the power is gone and it's still there at the door?
Now, there are things that we do. It gives warning, like 2 or 3 days before the power goes off, before it runs out of power. Just like a vehicle. Before fuel goes off, you have like maybe some indicators to show you that you are going to danger zone.
But what happens if I lock my door and I go away for about a week or two? What happens to the padlock?
No,
it opens.
No. What happens, because of the way it has been made, there are also some security code that you can use through the app, so that you can still log through the app in case that one happens to you. But how does it happen?
How do I log it via my phone?
Your phone. We install for you an app.
So can I also open it
through the app?
Through the phone, through my phone?
What happened? We have what is called layers. Like in current technology, we say we have layer 1, layer 2, or maybe level 1, level 2. So in a scenario where, in whichever scenario, you are not able to open because maybe of the power or whichever, you can now use the phone. But there's some authentication that must take place for it to happen.
So it's possible that someone can visit my home and I'm not there, and maybe they're stranded, so I can open it
from wherever you are.
From wherever I am, and they're able to access my house.
And there must be security features that you must provide for it to happen, so that anybody else who has your phone cannot just do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. That's very interesting. But I know a hacker somewhere, a very good hacker. Maybe we're going to come in. How about these other issues? Okay, it takes us to just tell us in the first instance, what is a smart home? Is my home where I live a smart home?
Thank you. Smart home first starts with the ability to change how we do things. For example, how you do your lighting, how you get to know who is at home from wherever you are. It's just basically deploying technology in various places within your home to ensure that everything is changed. For example, today, you can use biometric like this and just wave at it and the door will open. Do you know offices like where you put servers, computers, or places where we have finance managers, where money sits? Currently, they don't use padlock, most of them. They use access control, where you put your fingerprint or your face, then it can be able to open automatically. So even your home, you can do the same. We have people who stay in a gated community or whichever environment. So what happened currently, we even now have a technology at the gate. You can register the number plate, and based on that, it opens for you, because you have realized there are some watchmen that will open for you, even if in case you are not a member. But when you automate this, like now the one for parking, the one for car park that we have in Nairobi, it works the same. And again, currently there's some technology where you can just use face recognition and it detects and the gates open. But other things that you need to know in smart home, we have been having challenges where people are saying when you're at work, maybe somebody is not somebody's mistreating your child. How do you get to know this? It's because of having smart home technology. Like now, spy camera, CCTV camera, that can be able to tell you what's happening from wherever you are. So because of this, there's something called preventive measures that happen because of this. When a nanny just knows that you have a camera within, there are things that, if any case they were to do, they will stop doing. If any case a thief knows that you have some of this technology, they will not be tempted to go into your place. Maybe they will go to your neighbor. So it's a one way of preventing. Like again, also now, we have places, I want to give an example, a smart example in Nairobi. Currently, there are so many places, like now in Karen, Upper Hill, or whichever place, that before you get inside, a watchman must ask you, who are you going to see? Did you talk to them? Then you have to provide all your details at the gate, a book somewhere. Imagine you are being told, John has just passed here, Walter has just passed here. You know everybody. Now, because of that, we have now introduced Robbie Visitor. Now, this is a visitor management system to avoid exposing people's data at various gates building. Because rule in Kenya that you are supposed to capture the data of the people coming in. But how do you do it with the manual book? How do you expose the books that we have currently?
The data could be stolen.
Could be stolen anytime. Somebody can come to a watchman and give them some small money and they sell the book. And even, do you ask yourself, where are your data being exposed every time those books are over?
But it's going to render that a guard his or her job.
The guard is empowered to do it in the best way possible and make right decision, and can now advise the institution. I've seen Robert coming here 10 times. Can we get to know what is the challenge? But with this, they cannot know with a manual book. People provide wrong information at the gate, at the entrance, because you are not able to verify. But with visitor management system that looks like this, it is easier. They put their details and it will capture and it will be able to verify it is you. And you can get in and you can get out. And your data is stored safe somewhere so that you don't expose your data. Some of the people telling you that today we have changed the rent payment details. Pay through this account. It's because sometime you came to my office or I came to your office and somebody came and did a screenshot of everything, started sending emails, SMSs, or things like that. But with this now, it's the best way to comply with data privacy in Kenya and anywhere else.
What is this other machine? What is this other
machine?
Biometric. But the biometric, okay.
Yes. So,
but majority of these, technology, I think it's so much in offices. And not homes. Have you installed this gadget in some homes?
So I want to give you an example what happens. There are places, like let me use high-level people in Kenya or in the world. For you to access their premises, you don't just deal with the watchman. Sometimes you can even have 3 gates. Gate 1, you have to put the card, you have to put maybe the fingerprint, or you have to wait for it to open. Gate 2, Gate 3, until you reaches where they are. So that is why now they use this for access control most of the time.
Lastly, Manyala, tell us why this is important, because I think this is very expensive, especially for the common Mwananchi living in maybe it's land or living in pipelines. This is very expensive.
Now, how expensive is a life of a human being if it was misused compared to the device? That is the big question today. When you have access control, the result, what you are going to prevent the outcome is more beneficial than the money.
Yeah.
However, what we have done, because what you have said, we allow people to get them in various modes of payment, maybe pole, one-off. Sometimes also we sponsor as much as possible. Like, for example, in schools, we have put this one in several schools because we realized parents were complaining, what time did my child come in? What time did they leave? So when they put this, it sent SMS alert that John ameingia, John ametoka. The same to even the employment place. Sometimes, like now, Robbie such as branch in South Africa, Uganda, Kenya, and other places. So that's how we are able to know an employer checked in South Africa, in Uganda, in Kenya, and any other place that we have real time.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much for your time. That is Robert Manyala, Director of Robbie Search Limited, explaining to us about smart homes. How safe is your home?